welcome to the special show on our ongoing campaign, the NDTV Dettol Banega Swachh India. When we began our journey in 2014, our partner Dettol had committed rupees 100 crore over 5 years to the cause. These funds are being used for various initiatives like ground activations, spreading awareness, as well as developing a hygiene curriculum for schools. One such initiative is the Hygiene Index, which is the focus of our show today. The Hygiene Index has been developed in support of the central government's Swachh Bharat mission by Reckitt Benckiser, the United States Agency for International Development, that's USAID, and Ernst & Young, which evaluates parameters that can help guide cities in the direction of better sanitation and hygiene. It is a tool that evaluates the performance of Indian cities in the water, sanitation and hygiene sectors. It identifies gaps, analyzes the best practices, and rates every city under the campaign on a scale from 1 to 5.
One of the key areas that we felt there's a bit of a gap essentially was on certain aspects related like behavioral change that we need to effect. Because our firm belief essentially is that unless people's mindset changes, we can create all the infrastructure we want, but we can't make them use it. So that's where we decided to look at something like a hygiene index, which basically tracks 6 parameters. And our intent essentially is that to make it a tool for all the municipal commissioners to sort of understand what results are being achieved for the initiatives that they're taking and where is it that they're lacking. So method has 2 or 3 underpinnings. So besides the structure which covers 6 components, there are different weightages that we've assigned based on input from a very accomplished technical panel, etc. that we have. So what we've essentially done also as a choice is that we're not creating any data on our own. So what we do is we basically source data from those specific municipal commissioners itself. And the reason why we've done this essentially is to make sure that there's no debate on the data itself. Because if I create my own data, city may not agree with it and hence the whole purpose gets lost. And most of the municipal commissioners that we approached have been very supportive in terms of opening up their books to us to get whatever data we can. Our first pilot phase had 2 cities. Subsequently, we raised it to a target of 25. Our eventual plan is that we should take it to a minimum of 100 cities.
The Hygiene Index comprises not only the hygiene assessment of cities, but also capacity building workshops with city administrators. There are 6 areas of evaluation: solid waste management, sewage, availability and state of toilets, drinking water, health parameters, and last but not the least, behavioral change communication. In its first phase, the Hygiene Index covers these 10 cities: Ahmedabad, Allahabad, Bhopal, Gandhinagar, Nagpur, the New Delhi Municipal Council or the NDMC, Pune, Raipur, Udaipur and Varanasi. Eventually, the index will monitor 100 cities.
We thought, can we have something in place which is call to action, which if we have in place can actually change, can be transformational in nature, and therefore this is a big idea, to make India, which is a transformational society, to have the hygiene index in place. So measurements are very important. We believe in the absence of any measurements, no program is complete in itself. So we thought, can we have something in place where we have certain indicators from the wash sector, from health sector, and we can triangulate the data. The next important step for the hygiene index is actually now we have the data of few cities with us. We go back to the district administration, we share the data with them, we show them the triangulated tables, and on the top of that, the most important thing is basically showing them the way forward, helping them to be part as a champion of change. We help them for the decentralized planning.
The Pune municipality area and the New Delhi Municipal Council area have been identified as the highest performing cities, both in terms of investment and execution. They can lead the purpose of the campaign and emerge as replicable examples. The New Delhi Municipal Council, basically the diplomatic, political and power avenues of Lutyens in South Delhi, has 27,000 houses. Its performance in water and solid waste management is stellar. 100% of the households directly receive treated drinking water and 100% of the households are covered via door-to-door waste collection. All the houses are also directly connected to the sewage network. While the individual households, naturally given the high status of the area, have toilets, the NDMC also has 2,799 public toilet seats for its large floating population. However, the NDMC lags behind in its investment in promoting behavioral change and healthy habits.
This is a very good thing that Hygiene Index has been introduced so that we know where we stand. And once we know where we stand, then definitely that any organization or any stakeholder can take the measures to improve upon it. We are one of the best in the city country. But matter of the fact is that being in a seat of the central and the state government, we have to be of very high standards, and that organization have the capabilities to deliver the goods. Technology has to bring in a massive way to improve the efficiency. That is the one area. We are bringing the entire our health administrative system on a digital platform, which we are calling it the e-hospital. You can actually see how many people we have seen in the OPD today, which doctor has seen how many patients in a day, what medicines we have distributed to the patient. We would like to see that NDMC shall be comparable with any developed city in the world. So that is a challenge which we have evolved in the NDMC. And the second challenge is two dimension. One is that the mindset of my own people, because when we are aiming to become a global city, so we have to bring in a sense of efficiency and the effectiveness. And the another component where we need primarily on the cooperation from the public side.
Pune municipality, the other top performing city, has just over 10 lakh houses, all of which have toilets. The city has enough public toilet seats to cater to an approximate 93% of the floating population. 76% houses directly receive clean drinking water. The sewage system covers almost 100% of the city. However, the sewage treatment plants do not have sufficient capacity. 1,952 tons of waste is generated in Pune every day. The city performs well in terms of the collection of solid waste and the coverage of households, but its landfills are overflowing.
Pune has always been a very progressive city, and no progress is possible without hygiene and cleanliness. And to that extent, we are very happy to have made it to the top of the list. In some other places, how technology has been used, in fact, to engage with people on community aspects, community creation of facilities where people can come and interact with each other, and like waste parks where people can come and understand how decentralized waste management can be done at their homes, in their residential societies and things like that. So we want to focus more on community. There are a lot of new projects, in fact, infusion of IT into our solid waste management practices, creation of more sanitation facilities, upgrading sanitation facilities to a level which people aspire for.
This is one of the most progressive municipalities that I have personally worked with. And what they did was they realized that in order to achieve this open defecation free status, they will have to work on this major challenge of providing services to the people who cannot build toilets at home. So what they did was they figured out that these are cost centers for municipality. Municipalities cannot engage users, municipalities cannot work on business models for these facilities. So Samagra basically stands as like a platform between the users and the municipality. We take over the facility from the municipality, we renovate it, municipality pays us for that renovation, and then we engage users so that they pay for the facility. Facility breaks even, municipality achieves its purpose, and the users are also happy.
Pune, in core hygiene, despite certain shortcomings, stands at the top. It allocates the highest percentage of its annual municipal funds on the hygiene sector. The other cities have invested more in infrastructure creation, regular operation and maintenance, but just not enough on behavioral change, communication activities and capacity building. In Gujarat's largest city and economic hub, Ahmedabad, all of the city's 1.4 million households have access to toilets, and 90% households are part of a network that provides them with clean water and links them to direct sewage lines. Like most cities, the biggest gap for Ahmedabad is its lackluster commitment to creating behavioral change. Nagpur largely is on the right track. 83% households have individual toilets, and there are enough public and community toilets to cater to about 80% of its floating population. In terms of solid and liquid waste management, door-to-door solid waste collection services reach 76% of the households, and Nagpur has the capacity to treat 78% of its sewage. However, the city fares poorly in the health parameter. In Gujarat's capital Gandhinagar, 42,000 of its 49,000 households get clean water, while 86% of its households are linked to main sewage lines. However, more attention needs to be paid to building public toilets and behavioral change communication.